And here we have Ricardo Hernandez. 2-2 as a pro, 5'3", 23 years of age. Look at the bounce back from a 2-fight losing streak. His last fight was a unanimous decision loss to Jay Padding back in August of this year. This will be his third fight of 2023.
Yeah, staying busy, the young 23-year-old. You know, we're going to see some fast action. This is the first time we've seen the flyweights tonight, Todd. I love the flyweights. I love the speed, the technical side of it, the quickness. You're going to see some leather flying here early, folks.
There you have him, Ricardo Hernandez, ready for action. There we see in the background, making his way to the ring, John Atiles. Perfect record of 4-0. Looking for his first knockout victory here tonight. 5'3", 27 years of age. His last fight was his only draw on his record against Hector Pence back in September of this year. This will be his second fight of 2023. Looking to remain perfect, Clay.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Looking to come in early. You know, we'll see how it goes. You know, no knockouts on the record. I want to dispel a rumor, folks. It's not that the flyweights don't have knockout power. I promise you they can hit hard. It's that the technique gets a little bit better as those muscles get a little bit smaller, those bodies get a little bit smaller, everything gets a little bit tighter, and it gets harder and harder to land those shots. That's what it is, folks. These guys are going to be the technical masterpieces here tonight.
To 4 rounds in the flyweight division, once again being presented to you by. Next fight up in association with Constellation Field and our proud sponsors, Emmett Cigars, New Me Hair Restorations, Amir Donahaya Wealth Strategies, and being broadcast on Clear Life Media pay-per-view. Our judges are Dr. Kelly Isaac, Gregorio Alvarez, and Eva Beltran. Our referee, James Green. Introducing first, the fighter in the blue corner. He enters wearing white with gold trim. He weighed in officially at 110 1/4 pounds tonight. He enters the ring for the 5th time as a pro with 2 victories against 2 losses. One of his victories coming by way of knockout from Matamoros, Tamaulipas, Mexico. El Torito, Ricardo Hernandez. Across the ring in the red corner, wearing orange with gold trim, he weighed in at 111 3/4 pounds tonight. He enters the next fight up ring for the 6th time as a pro with an undefeated record of 4 victories and 1 bout even. Repping H-Town, Houston, Texas.
Referee James Green in charge of this matchup between Ricardo Hernandez and John Atiles. John representing, sorry to interrupt you, Clay. John representing Woods Boxing with his coach, Lewis Wood, the fighting fireman in his corner.
Yeah, you never have to apologize for interrupting me with good information, Todd. Atiles looks fired up early.
This fight is officially underway. Atiles there with a high groin protector.
Yeah, very high. I don't know if the referee's going to say something about that.
Looking to remain undefeated here tonight. They start aggressive here in this flyweight matchup. These guys are all speed at the flyweight division.
Yeah, no doubt. They'll probably throw more punches than the first 2 fights combined in about 2 rounds if we don't see a knockout first.
Good to see Lewis Woods still in the game. See his pupil here tonight, John Atiles, going to work against Ricardo Hernandez. Lost track of how many punches have been thrown so far, Clay. I mean, there's just been nothing but a blur of action so far.
Yeah, my Alabama education lost count at 3, so. So far, Hernandez is doing a really good job of staying on the outside, but Atiles peppering from the outside. Just pepper. It's that high energy.
John there backing Hernandez there up.
It looks like Atiles is content to volume punch. Sort of pitter-patter away.
Oh, man. Looked like Hernandez landed a solid left hook there, but just Atiles just shrugged it off.
Absolutely. You know, these fights are tougher to call because there's so much going on. Atiles doing a really good job of punching, landing right on the end of his punches.
Good 1-2-3 there, and followed up with another 1-2 there from Atiles.
Yeah, he has found his range early.
Working the body now. I think that got Hernandez's attention. Snapping the head back of Hernandez.
And he's working the arms around, doing little feints, little flickers.
Just under a minute left, and Atiles score his first knockout victory here tonight.
Yeah, he has already found his range pretty early.
Big
Good
uppercut there.
Yeah. Oof. He's just a little bit quicker to the punch. I think for every punch that Ricardo lands, we're seeing Atiles land about 3 more.
Atiles been fighting for the last and training for the last 10 years.
And we're seeing that difference here.
Just under 10 seconds left.
Oof.
Already snapping the head back once again of Hernandez. Hernandez looking to swing away, but misses. Round 1 in the books. How do you like it, Clay?
And I think that was all Atiles. And don't get me wrong, you know, Ricardo Casildo landed some good shots in there, but it was just too much volume there for Atiles early on.
Wish we had a CompuBox number track to keep track of all the strikes thrown in that round. I mean, it was just like John Atiles was just nonstop, almost like he was working the heavy bag.
Yeah, no doubt. And I would hate to be the heavy bag in that situation. It was pop, 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 pop. Again, for every one big shot that he took, he landed about 4 or 5.
And in this case, the heavy bag hits back as Ricardo Hernandez is hanging in there, but ate some big shots, though, as we saw his head snap back a couple times in that first round.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And we see.
There we see in Atiles' corner, if we could get a shot of that, they were lifting up the trunks as they were kind of a little dislodged there. That's why it looked like his groin protector was so high.
Yeah. These flyweights got to have a hard time finding some trunks that fit them, I guess, sometimes. Same problem the heavyweights have, just on the other end.
Yeah.
Oof. There we go.
Pounds. Man, they're opening up with a flurry.
Yeah, Atiles has decided he knows his range, and he's going to invoke it. Oh, my goodness.
Listening to Hernandez's corner there, encouraging him to press it.
He's getting pressed right now. Again, look at this. 1-1. 1. Just getting jabbed up.
Atiles nonstop pressing forward.
Yeah, no doubt.
Putting the pressure on Hernandez. Hernandez, is he hurt?
I don't even know if he's hurt. He just can't find his openings with all the volume coming at him right now.
Oh, Hernandez now countering back. Atiles has to be careful.
He's trying to swing over that straight, but the straight's only there for a quarter of a second. Another thing with all the volume is it messes up your timing because you're not sure which punch is supposed to be the hard one. Pop, pop, pop.
Gotta know, John Atiles is well schooled, coming from longtime veteran Lewis Wood. Lewis Wood working with a lot of the Houston fighters over the last 20+ years, including myself.
Yeah, no doubt. Watch the way he just keeps the fight kind of happening in the center. Uses his body, pivot and turn. Speaking of Atiles, of course, he uses his body, pivot and turn, controlling with his jab. Excellent ring craft here.
Ricardo Hernandez fighting out of Lights Out Boxing, representing Matamoros, Mexico.
Atiles also doing an excellent job. Fantastic fundamentals, getting his gloves back up to his head.
Both fighters predicting a late fight stoppage here tonight, but the pace that they're going wouldn't surprise me for it to end it here in the next minute or so.
Yeah, no doubt. They're pouring it on. Saw there Atiles, the way he was able to pivot and turn off the lead foot of Hernandez.
Oh, once again, Atiles backing up Hernandez. Hernandez answers back. Atiles just tells him, bring it on.
Yeah, once he found his range, once John Atiles found his range, this is all just press the issue, fight where you're comfortable, and just keep pitter-pattering away, apply that volume, apply that pressure. My opinion for Hernandez, he needs to do something to disrupt this. He needs to move his head and get on the inside for this fight and stop swinging wild from outside like that. He has to get on the inside and turn this into a bit more, less technical fight, more of a slugfest.
10-second clap for the second round. Let's see who can impose whose will on the other to finish strong. They are swinging away to close round 2.
Absolutely, right here on top of us.
Wow. Round 2 in the books. I think have another John Atiles round, Clay.
Yeah, no doubt about it. But we saw there at the end when Hernandez was able to land, it's because that gap closed between the two of them. All of a sudden, those technical punches were taken away, and it turned into a bit more of a brawl. That's where I think, Ricardo needs to be looking to try to get this fight on the inside and try to make it a little bit more of a scrap, a little bit more of a brawl. That's, I think, where he's going to have success going forward round 3, 4. If he doesn't do that, then John Atiles will probably coast his way through volume punching and, knockouts.
There we get a shot of the crowd here at Constellation Field here in Sugarland, Texas. I am Todd Moore calling the action here with Clay Roberts. So we have 3 title fights coming up here pretty soon, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't let your friends and family know, tell them to get on it at clearlifemedia.com. At the very least, follow our social medias on Instagram and hear the latest news from Clear Life Media. Round 3 underway.
Atiles picking up where he left off, staying on the outside and pressing the issue.
Atiles looking very relaxed in this round, taking a little bit of risk and having some fun out there.
Yeah, we've kind of been seeing him do that tonight. He pops his earmuffs up and then he pops them back down, and he's kind of just pantomiming a little bit there to, keep himself relaxed maybe.
Oh man, Hernandez lands a solid left hook, but Atiles just keeps pressing forward, just shakes everything that Hernandez has to throw at him off.
And Hernandez needs to do something to kind of set that left hook up. If it's going to find a home, he needs to set it up with his jab, set it up with the head movement, get on the inside and close that gap. Because right now that is a gap that John Atiles has absolutely found a home in. My goodness. He is living at range right now.
Constant 1-2, 1-2 from Atiles.
Oof. Good left hook there from Hernandez, but just did not phase Atiles. I think we're seeing, again, he's just at range, just peppering away.
See on this fight trunk says, bring it on. He's definitely brought it here tonight, as we've just seen consistent forward movement from Atiles.
No doubt. If they've thrown 400 punches, I think Atiles has thrown about 300 of them.
Warning from James Green to keep those punches up to Hernandez. Oh, Hernandez there, the overhand right, I think it's slightly missed. But even had it landed, Atiles has been eating every shot that Hernandez has had to throw.
Atiles moving his feet well, making himself a difficult target. Ducking a hook there. He's found the timing of that hook now, because that hook isn't being set up with anything. So the good left hook that landed earlier has now become a detriment for Hernandez.
Just under a minute left in round number 3. Scheduled 4-rounder here.
Yeah, there it is. That left hook again. It's not being set up with anything, so it's just going to get punished.
Atiles now pressing Hernandez against the ropes.
Yeah, Hernandez looks tired, Todd. He's been getting beaten up. This is like late stage Joe Calzaghe, just pitter-pattering away, volume punches, you know, just landing 100 punches, and the body can't tense up for all of those all at once. You see the left hook landing, there's not even anything on it at this point.
Hernandez looking to come alive, but Atiles just walks right through anything Hernandez has to throw. Round 3 in the books. Pretty easy fight to score thus far, Clay.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. If Ricardo Hernandez wants to come back and, you know, have any kind of chance in this, he has got to set up his punches with his jab and his head movement. He can't sit there and hope for counter shots and hope for, you know, winging a prayer Hail Mary punches, because John Atiles has looked so comfortable. It looks like a different class of fighter out there all night. This needs to be turned into a dirty boxing match, for lack of a better term, if, you know, Casildo wants any chance to win this one.
Could we see our first knockout of the evening here tonight in our 4th and final round in this flyweight matchup between Ricardo Hernandez and John Atiles. John Atiles looking to be well on his way to his 5th victory here tonight, remaining undefeated.
And he looks like he's still got all the energy in the world.
See if he can seal the deal with his first knockout. Both fighters predicting a 4th round knockout, so this is their round where they're going to put it all on the line.
And Atiles looks comfortable. I'll be honest, folks, Casildo looks overwhelmed. Just too many punches. It's short-circuiting the system, overloading the brain. And by the time he throws, Atiles has his hands back up and ear-muffed.
Once again, John Atiles just in complete control of this fight. Swing away with all the confidence in the world, knowing that he can absorb anything that Hernandez has to throw at him. And we see another flurry from Atiles.
Yes, excellent footwork, excellent movement. This is what we love about the flyweights. The technique is perfect, as we see John Atiles pouring it on now.
And he just threw about 25 straight punches in a row right there.
He has dominated at this range all night long. He might be looking to close the show here, get the first knockout of his career.
He hasn't stopped since.
Oof. That was a low shot there. Referee giving a warning.
Again, Atiles pressing forward. That 1-2-1-2 finally gets a body shot in there. Mixing up high and low.
Yeah, no doubt. The volume has been overwhelming, folks. It is drowning. Hernandez barely has his feet under him now.
Love to get a punch stat number on the work output for Atiles here tonight.
My goodness. You need a supercomputer to do it.
Atiles now looking to work some angles.
Yeah, he's done an excellent job with that tonight. Moving left, moving right to set up his straights. Moving left again.
That can help him add some leverage with the proper angle to get a knockout here with just under a minute left.
Hernandez does not have much left. I think he's going to swing for maybe 1-2 more Hail Mary shots. As Atiles is having fun out there now, folks.
.20 seconds left in this flyweight matchup. There we have the 10-second clap.
I expect Ricardo Hernandez to throw one last big one. There it is.
And Ricardo Hernandez and John Atiles go the distance here tonight. But looking to be another victory for the undefeated John Atiles as he's looking to ride his way to a record of 5-0.
Yeah, no doubt. That was a masterclass in volume punching and angles and finding your range. You know, if I'm some of these heavier fighters, some of these middleweights, these super middleweights, these heavyweights that we have on the card here tonight, then, you know, well, actually, I don't think we have any heavyweights, but you know what I'm saying, the bigger fighters. I would be watching these little guys, man. They have perfect technique. You know, those are the guys that have perfected the art of boxing because they kind of had to. They didn't have the strength to rely on, so they had to fall back onto that perfect technique, and that was an absolute masterclass from John Atiles.
No doubt about it. I'm sure we'll be seeing a lot more of John Atiles here on future Next Fight Up fight cards. We await the official decision between these two flyweights. Excuse me, for the flyweights.
He's the prettiest goddamn ring girl I've ever seen.
Let's make it official and hand it over to our ring announcer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after going the distance here inside the Next Fight Up ring in Constellation Field, all three judges turning identical scores of 40 to 36 in favor of the winner by way of unanimous decision. Still undefeated from Houston, Texas, Atiles.
Improving to 5-0, John Atiles. Remaining undefeated here tonight as he took on the double tough Ricardo Hernandez.
Yeah, take nothing away from any of these fighters. They're all hanging in there through the thick and the thin, and they're all managing to find a way to make this fights go the distance. We still haven't had any knockouts yet tonight, Todd, and I guaranteed it, so my reputation's on the line.
Let's see how that comes to play as we have our next fight of the evening in the super lightweight division, as we have Kieran McGowan taking on Dondrell Haynes. We got a guarantee from our man Clay Roberts. Let's see what happens. Again, the 5-0 McGowan taking on the 7-1 Haynes. Could see some fireworks.
I love seeing the undefeated fighters go out and have, put it all on the line, because that goose egg on the end of your record, we've seen especially in boxing, holds a lot of weight. So, those fighters are going to have a little bit extra, come in with a little bit extra motivation. You always want to see, and the other side wants to be the one to take that, take that win-loss record and make it into a loss record.
Yeah, there's nothing better than giving an undefeated fighter his first defeat. They'll always remember that first loss.
Mm-hmm.